Welcome to Learned and Go Go, the podcast. Hey, I am your host. My name is Sydnee, and I am also the author of Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go Go, How Preacher's Daughter Pole Danced Her Way to Finding Her True Self. You might be looking at the Polecast room right now and going, bright light, because damn it, I know I am. First of all, I want to apologize for the lighting. My ring light took a shit. I don't even know how long ago it was now. I went to record one of my positive affirmations and I just heard this whistle going. And the last time I heard that whistle was when I used to plug my ring light directly into the laptop. And I'm like, I bet it's the ring light. So I went to unplug it and that thing was like 1,000 degrees, the plug. And I'm like, oh, bad. So I went to take the ring light down, 1,000 degrees, bad. That went bye-bye. So until I get the new ring light, please excuse all of this. But I am coming to you in the daytime, pre-recorded, because it is my oldest 25th birthday today. Yay, happy birthday. And we are going out. So I will not be able to do the show live tonight, but I didn't want to leave you showless. So here we are. Ta-da. And it's funny because when I was getting ready to get this together, I realized how we have little habits and little ways of doing things. And just the tiniest tweak can just set you off course. So I came in here, I'm like, I'm gonna record, put the headphones on. I look in the camera, I'm like, I don't have any lipstick on. So every week when I go to do the live show, I will put my makeup on. And then before I put my lipstick on, I go and I give my husband a goodnight kiss because he will be in bed by the time my show is over. So I guess out of habit, Dave's not even home. I didn't do the lipstick and I sat down. I'm like, oh, that's a look. So go back, throw the lipstick on it, come back, all set up. Welcome to Learn and Go Go, the podcast. And the laptop starts doing the song. I'm like, what the actual hell? Forgot to turn on the headphones. So then I do that. So then it took me 3 tries. Guys, it's so hard to do this without you. It really, really is so hard to do this without you. So if you are joining this special episode, welcome. What we like to say here is Tatiana. That is cheers. I'm only drinking water because we're going out. So whatever you would like to cheers with, it can be alcohol, it can be soda, it can be whatever, it can be a smoke of something, whatever you enjoy. Tatiana to all of you. And many more. So in addition to my having issues getting this all together, originally my plan was to reach out to a couple of the people that I want to have on as guests, that we started the process, but we haven't really nailed down some dates yet. And the universe said, no, thou must rest. And do you ever notice that if you're built like me, I don't stop. I just go. And I don't know how to rest. I'm not good at it. I'm just not built that way. My brain's always going. I always have to be doing something. Typically, if it's not my job, it's my hobbies, it's, something like that. But something is always going. And I know I was getting run down. But then the universe said, you know what? You need to rest, young lady. And smote me with the stomach flu. So I was down for a couple of days. That took care of doing any sort of recording ahead of time. So here we are today. This will probably be a shorter episode because, like I said, it's not the same without you guys. And talking to myself is not nearly as fun as interacting with all of you. I keep looking for comments just to say, hey, Lizzie. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Kyler. Hey, Dustin. Hey, So Severian. Hey, Luna Projects. Hey, Aaliyah. Hey, Chris. Hey, Jen. Hey, Keith. Hey, Mac. Hey, everybody, that hops on. Clark. Trying to think who else is our normal fam that hops on. I just appreciate all of you guys so much. And I want you to know that you rock. I may have to pause this every now and again because I hear my dogs, which is also something I don't normally have to do at night. But if if a pup needs to go in or out, you might see me glitch because that means I paused it and I came back again. Please forgive. This is not my typical show. But you know what? Atypical's fine sometimes too. It's a lot of fun. So, some of the things that I had in mind were, first of all, we usually start the show with some shout outs, with some praises, with some concerns. Maybe it's the preacher's daughter in me that, the church usually asks for, praises and prayers. And that's kind of like my same thing, because I believe that when the tide comes in, all ships rise, and we should all be here for each other. So, some of the things that I already have loaded, because we have mentioned them before, I feel like that might be one of them. Let me see. This is going to be, let's click on things and see what happens. 'Cause now you've got to fly, not to the hatred. Yes, Sister Beretta. That is someone that I want to be talking to very soon, the creators of Sister Beretta. We know some people that are involved in the production, and I can't wait to share more with you. If you are not already following Sister Beretta on social media, I believe I'm going to double check right now so I'm not speaking out of turn here. I know that they have a company name as well. So let's say here that was not helpful. Okay, let me see here. It's probably because I spelled Beretta Buitetta, and my phone's going, what in the world are you talking about? Yes, there is a Sister Beretta. It's Sister _ Beretta, and that's the Instagram. And it's fabricatedcrime.com. I love that name. So definitely check them out, follow their social media, share, give a shout out, because that looks like a really fun production. And I cannot wait to sit down and talk to everybody that is involved in that. Another one, of course, The Contract, is our friend Erin is in it. Reaper is in it. There's a whole bunch of people that we know involved in this project. So definitely, if you're not following Aaron Markham, follow him for sure, and keep up with everything that's going on with that movie. I know it's starting to really gain some steam and some momentum and get the word out. They were doing really, really well with the Kickstarter. If you're not able to help financially, again, sharing is caring. So get the word out there. You might put it in front of somebody who's interested in getting involved. I don't even know if they're still doing auditions, but you never know. You never know. So shout out to Erin in that. Of course, Curse of the Ghostwriter, near and dear to my heart because I am in it. Our friend Johnny Logan Harley's baby is Curse of the Ghostwriter. If you're not following that, that is also on social media. And it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see the finished project. Give it a shout. I thought I had a Curse of the Ghostwriter picture in here, but I may have, that may have gone bye-bye. Oh wait, no, here it is. Ta-da! Dun, dun, dun. Da, 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 da. Some people would kill to find inspiration. Others will die for it. Whoa. Check it out and share. We definitely appreciate that. Who else was on my list? Oh, the only other thing on my list, and this is, I don't know how many people I will be seeing this weekend in Tromathon, but there has been a change of plans. I know that it is causing some issues. I'm not exactly sure what to expect this weekend, so I am going in with the attitude of I'm going to have a freaking blast with whoever's there, and we're going to have an awesome time. And if you want to join us, come to Tromathon. It is at the Mahoning Drive-In Theater in Lehighton, Pennsylvania. It is Friday and Saturday, the 17th and 18th. And Johnny and I are the Cretan twins. We will be in costume as Necrosis and Militia. And it's going to be so much fun. I just can't wait to get there. This is what's going to be hysterical. So initially, they were going to be premiering Poultrygeist 2, Dawn of the Chicken Dead. That is no longer the case. Instead, they will be showing Romeo and Juliet, and I don't want to say his name wrong. I am 99% sure I have the right name, but just for shits and giggles, it's always better to double check. Yes, Will Keenan, who is Tromeo, is going to be there. So if you are a fan of Tromeo and Juliet or Frankenhooker, they're playing that one Saturday night. There's 6 movies total. Here you go. Just disregard Poltergeist 2 and pretend it says Tromeo and Juliet instead. But this is what they're going to be showing at the drive-in. And this is my 3rd Tromathon. It's a lot of fun. They have live bands, and Johnny's going to be performing a song. And, well, I should say, well, I guess I don't know which name he's singing under, but Militia will be up there trying to spell the name of a town. So come check it out. It's going to be fun. I believe that is all of, excuse me, I'm going to pause it to cough. That's pretty cool that I can pause it to cough. But yeah, I think that's all of the shout outs that I have at the moment as far as projects are concerned. Check all of it out because, yeah, here's Militia. So I love that was before we filmed the scene in Power Positive Murder, and then that was after, and that's not even like the good after. The good after, my friend said I looked like a whopper that fell off of the griddle and into the fire because I had the stripes and I just looked all burnt up. But yeah, I'm like, all right, so did a scene in Power Positive Murder. That's on the cutting room floor. Had a little cameo in Poltergeist 2. That got yanked. Like, is it me? Is it? I don't think so. Oh, I have another shout out. Slink Skull, Valentino Tattoos. If you're not following her, my tattoo is healing awesomely. I love it. So go to Mountain Wizard Tattoo Shop up in the Poconos when you're up there for Tromathon. See? Do it all in one weekend. So yeah, I want to see you guys in the comments when I come back tonight. I want to see a whole bunch of interaction between you guys. Don't let me down. Oh yeah, my cuz and Shani, you guys are in the comments sometimes too. I hope you're there. And my sister, she shows up sometimes. Never know who's going to be in the comments. And Tanya, I've not seen Lisa from Jersey in a while, but maybe you're just lurking. Put in the comments, everybody, who is here? Who is having a good Wednesday, and what are you up to? So another thing that I have been thinking about recently, and like I've started getting my phone when I have these thoughts and just making notes, because like this one hit me in the middle of the night. I was thinking about mixed signals and how sometimes, I don't know if we always mean to give them, but some people definitely give mixed signals. And the funniest example I thought of was when we had Lexi, the loaf, who passed away in September, our yellow lab of love, who I miss so much every single minute of every single day. We went to Oklahoma. Actually, I went to Oklahoma that trip to visit my friend, who is sometimes in the comments. And while I was there, we went to the Harley Davidson store, and I bought Lexi a dog toy that when you pushed on it, it made the sound of a motorcycle revving, that vroom, vroom, vroom. So I could probably play it for y'all now. Let me see. But it was really, really cute. It looked like a dog bone. Of course, it's at Harley Davidson because everything is branded within an inch of its life at Harley Davidson, like you do. And I wonder if it's probably, hold on one second. Sorry. Yeah, so she was very, very excited. And I can't find it. I know I should be able to play it, but now I can't find where to do it. I'm like the worst with iPhone settings. So anyway, it sounded like, like the motorcycle revving. So we gave it to her. She's so excited and she gets it and she grabs it and it starts making the noise and she runs over to her food. And we're like, what is going on? And she's standing at the big Tupperware of dog food and looking at us and looking at the food and looking at us so hopeful. And we're like, it's not time. Like, what are you doing, baby? And then we realized that the motorcycle noise that the bone made was the motorcycle noise in the iPhone settings for an alarm. It's like vroom, vroom. And she would hear that when Dave woke up for work, and then he would feed her when he first woke up. So she heard the noise and thought she was going to get fed. I felt so bad. I'm like, talk about your mixed signals. Like, no, it's just a toy, sweetie. It's not, it's not time for that. But that was the first example that I thought of was poor Lexi. Because if you have ever had labs or if you've ever known labs, they are 100% food driven all the time. So she was so hopeful. The second incident that I thought of was I had a friend for many, many years, and we had a falling out, and something had happened. The details are not necessary to the story, but they kept saying that we needed to get together and talk about it. And I'm just like, no, because, all right, just a quick descriptor. They said, I'd like you to do such and such. And I was like, okay, but can we do it this way instead of that way? If not, that's fine. Like, I don't need to be a part of this event, but if I'm going to be a part of the event, I'd like it done way B instead of A, And they were like, needs to be A. So I'm like, well, thank you. I'm not going to be a part of this one. Maybe something down the line, think of me again, and I appreciate it. Well, they kept saying that, well, we need to meet up. And I kept thinking it was going to be like pressuring me to say okay to do the thing. Turns out it was some completely different thing. And it's like, if you don't tell people your intentions, they're not always going to understand where you're coming from. They might think there's not a problem in the world because you haven't communicated what you need to speak to them about, or how you're feeling, or what's bothering you, or whatever. And then, when we had the conversation, it turns out I did make a misstep and did, behaved poorly, and I apologized for it, because if that's the case, you do need to stand up and be like, look, I fucked up and I'm sorry. We're all human beings. We're all going to do things at times that you could have made a better decision, So make sure that if you are in that situation, you take accountability and you say, look, I fucked up and I'm sorry, and hopefully you can move on from that point. But it's interesting how it was literally months and I was just like, dodging phone calls and stuff, because I didn't realize there was anything more to the story than the initial conversation. You know what I mean? So try not to send people mixed signals. And like I said, sometimes people don't realize that they are, like with the dog bone. Like, obviously, I would never in a million years intentionally mess with my dog that way. I just thought I was buying a cute dog toy. But sometimes people do, and it's so frustrating, like, especially when it's like, I really want you to be a part of this. Great. And then, well, okay, what time? Where? What are we doing? Hello? And it's just like, if you don't, then don't say things that you don't mean. So many times people just say things. I don't know if they think they're being nice or if they're just trying to avoid a confrontation, or I don't get it. Say what you mean. Is it Horton Hears a Who? I meant what I said and I said what I meant. An elephant's faithful. Boom, boom, 100%. Say what you mean what you say. So that was the one topic that, Sydnee's midnight text, keeping track of thoughts, because I have so many random thoughts. In fact, my oldest, whose birthday it is today, happy birthday again, um, got me this. I want to show you. It's so cute. And then I have something that I've been meaning to show you that my nephew got me too. Yay, it's like show and tell. Sid's show and tell. We can make this a segment. Sydnee show and tell. Okay. So it says, "Hi, I'm a worry worm, and you can take me home. Hold me when you're sad or scared." Look how cute. It's a little worry worm. Isn't that adorable? I want to give it a name. I have not come up with a name for my worry worm yet. So if you think of any, put them in the comments. What should I name the worry worm? See? I'm just as stupid when I'm sober. Don't underestimate me. So I'm going to put whatever name you guys come up with for my worry worm. I'm going to put him, her, them back in here for safekeeping. But I just thought that was super duper cute. And then next one, Sid's show and tell. Like I said, I've been meaning to show this to you guys. So this is like from Japan. Super cool. Open it carefully. It's like a little satin pouch, and I believe it's good luck. I'm going to scan the QR code and hope that there's something in English. Oh, it says amulet description in English on it, so we'll see what it says. But I'm excited because I haven't actually looked it up yet for specifics, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's really gorgeous embroidered silver and gold thread. It's kind of hard to see. There you go. I think, is it this one? Okay, so for protection from evil. Interesting. That's pretty funny because I was laughing earlier today. I ordered a new product to try. Anybody that's within 5 feet of me hears me bitching about perimenopause constantly. It is the devil. So maybe I should wrap this around my neck right now to protect me from the perimenopause hippo. Sorry, my best friend and I call it a hippo driving a dump truck because that's what it feels like. You get hit by half the time. But I tried a new product and I was talking to my friend about it and she hadn't heard about it. So I was going to send a link to the product and I'm like, well, let me see if there's a discount link. Like a lot of things today, if you buy something, they're like, share it with your friend and everybody that buys one, you'll get 10% off or something. So I figured, okay. And they get a discount too. Best way to share. So when I went to share it, I had to fill out this whole form with my social media handles and where I'm going to share the product and this. And I'm just like, slow down. I have just ordered it today. I haven't tried it. And you don't want me sharing about it if I don't like it because I will share about that too. But I clicked, all this to get the link to send to my friend. And when it sent, how like a lot of the times it has your name and then a bunch of numbers after it. So it was, like my name and then 66623. I'm like, that's easy enough to remember Devil 23. Like that will be my link. So I'm wondering now if this product stinks and I need protection from the devil product. We'll see. Hopefully it helps. But I think that's really cool. And I love the ancient traditions that are still being upheld, like down to the symbols on the bag and the embroidery. And this was probably mass produced, but I'm sure you can get ones that are still, woven the way that they were hundreds of years ago and things like that. And when those things get passed down through generations, I think it's beautiful. And I think we need to keep a lot of that going. We sacrifice a lot of tradition for convenience. I'm guilty of it too. I hate what Amazon is doing to our environment. I hate how many forests are getting cut down for warehouses. I hate how many cars and trucks are on the road doing all of that, but I will be the first one to run to Amazon when I need something because a lot of places near me don't have what I need. And or I'm lazy and I want it delivered to my house. And that's something that I need to work on is getting in the truck and going somewhere instead of just getting things delivered. But then I think about the Door Dashers and the people that are relying on that income, and I'm like, well, it's giving people jobs too, but at what cost? So I think if we keep a lot of our old traditions alive and cut out a lot of the noise of the modern world, it might be better for everybody because we're passing things down on the one hand, and on the other hand, we're not using as many resources because we all have so much stuff. Look around my room. I love stuff. I love collectible stuff. I put up new stickers and buttons and stuff this week. I don't know if you saw my Gerald in the Afterlife video. I gave them a shout out because I bought little sticky notes and I bought a to-do list and they sent me some little extras with my purchase, including a card that says, "Which, please, you got this," and a couple stickers, which now live on my wall. So again, if you have any physical media that I can hang up in the Polcast room and give you a shout out, send it my way. Send me a private message. I will give you the place to send your stuff to, and then I can add it to the Polcast room of stuff. I always want to grab the webcam and show you guys things closer, but then I'm like terrified that it's not going to stay plugged in and then I will just ruin. And the way that everything's going today, it's staying right there on top of my Janet Ivanovich books, like the half-assed throw together the show person that I am. But I love my half-assed thrown together show. It's because I don't have a tall enough tripod. So rather than spend money on things I don't need, I'm MacGyvering. And there's nothing wrong with MacGyvering. Why don't you share in the comments something that you have MacGyvered? Because I have done so many things over the course of my life where I have just thrown things together and man, it works. It brings out your creative side and it helps you to use what you have to do what you need to, which is pretty cool. Most of my things I make up as I go along is I don't have any pictures uploaded into StreamYard right now, but for years when my kids were younger, I would make their birthday cakes. And I've never been formally trained to do that. But sometimes when you just say, you know what, I'm going to do my best and then we'll just see how it goes, it can come out really well. So I don't know. Oh, okay. I was like, why are the pictures of me and my bestie D coming up? We're wearing Eddie Izzard shirts that say cake or death. That's why. No, stop it. Let me start over because I just messed up. I was going to see if I can bring one up on my phone and show it to you. See if that works because I'm going to have to go soon, so I can't really I can't really take the time to do it on my computer, but I don't know if you guys can see this. My older daughter wanted the Windows recycle bin symbol. So I made a 3D cake of the Windows recycle bin icon for her birthday one year. One year she wanted a Nintendo set, so the Nintendo console. So for her home birthday party, I made a 3D Nintendo, but for school, I made a bunch of Nintendo controller cupcakes. It's hard to see the details on this, but dang it. I wish you could see them better. Let's see, probably because I'm putting them in the wrong camera. No. Well, shoot. Oh, well. But I've done, Five Nights at Freddy's. I've done, I don't know if you guys remember Club Penguin, but I used to do Puffles. And I've done owls. I've done the sorting hat for Harry Potter. I was pretty proud of. That was awesome. I made Dave a 3D hoagie one year. A lot of you people call subs, but they're hoagies if you're from around here. That came out pretty cool. Let me see. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys can see this. Is a dang it. Wonder if it's the light. I'm telling you. Oh shoot. It was an iPod, trust me. Maybe I will upload photos later, but I have no idea what I'm doing. I, like I said, never took a class, never been trained to do it, but I said, you know what? I'm just going to mess around with this until I see what I can make. That iPod cake took me over 8 hours, I think, just to do the decorating part because I made every icon individually, as if it was on the iPod screen. And I made, excuse me, made marshmallow fondant, colored it the colors that I needed. And the majority of what I do uses a knife and a toothpick. And like you just mess around with it. You see what you can come up with. Don't be afraid to try things. In my book, this is who I didn't give a shout out to, myself. In my book, Everything I Need to Know I Learned in GoGo, I talk about how the word fail means first attempt in learning. There's no such thing as failing. And it's funny because a friend of mine was like, well, it wasn't my first attempt. I'm like, okay, further attempts in learning. Yeah. But the point is, you don't fail at things. You either succeed or you learn. That's funny that it went away. You can get your copy at learnedingogo.com. It'll probably go away again. So don't be afraid to try things. I mean, obviously, if you're, don't try brain surgery. Like, let me go do, like some surgery on somebody and see how that goes. That's not what I mean. But as far as like we talk ourselves out of trying to be creative or like doing new things, meeting new people, you know what? Like go to that activity. And if you make a total ass out of yourself, odds are you're never going to see any of those people again. So who the fuck cares? Just do it. And you know what? When things go crazy and they fall down around you and go terribly wrong, you leave with a good story. So there's always something. So either succeed or learn ways to do it better the next time. And that's how I approach the cake making. And, I've had cakes that I spent hours on and I turn around and Lexi licked all the icing off of, things happen. But I just made another one, like you just have to kind of laugh it off, let it roll off your back and on to the next thing. So give it a try. And I want to hear what you guys are up to. What's something new that you are trying? What is something that new that you want to try that maybe you're feeling a little apprehensive about? Maybe we can help point you in the right direction to pull it off and not be scared anymore. That's what we're all here for. We are all here for each other. And I love you guys so much. I love our community. I love that we all reach out and check on each other and check in with each other and see how everyone is doing. And I hope you're all doing that in the comments while I'm just talking to myself. I hope you are all talking to each other and encouraging each other and sharing each other's stuff. And just know how much I love you and I appreciate you. And I'm going to hop off of here for today. Like I said, shorter episode, but it really is completely different when I'm talking to myself. I was going to do a pick a page, but you know what? We can do that next week. And I think, let me check the calendar. Yes, so we only have, after today, there will be 2, maybe 3 more live shows. And then I am going to take my little time off, but I'm working on having guests on so that there will still be a new show on those weeks and you can check out some super cool new people. And I am going to hopefully have some cool stuff to report from Tromathon this weekend. So check out my social media accounts for that. You can check out Also, in addition to Learn and Go, the podcast channels, which if you are watching me on my Facebook page or my YouTube channel, also check out my positive affirmations on those channels. If you're watching somewhere else or listening on Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, iHeartRadio, etc., come on over to my YouTube channel, my Facebook page. They're both called Learn and Go, the podcast. And every morning I do, it's always under 3 minutes, a positive affirmation to start your day, end your day, pop up in the middle of your day, come in with my shenanigans and my positive energy to try and help you to have a better day. So please check them out. Please share them and share this show. You know, I just love hopefully brightening up people's days. That's why I do this stuff. So yeah, the more people that can see it, the better. And also, of course, if you have not already gotten a copy of my book, please, 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 please get a copy. I will have some at Tromathon. So if you're there, you can get a signed copy from me there. If not, all of the links to all of the things are in my link tree. It's just, Linktree/Sydnee A. I don't know why they put that period in the link tree, but it's in there. So you can check out all the stuff there, and I appreciate it. And I think that is all that I had to say. I mean, I always have more to say, but y'all are probably just like, okay, that's enough, Sid, shut up. But it's all good. I am going to go finish getting ready and hopefully have a lucky day at the casino and a fun time tonight at the show. And I cannot wait to be with you guys live again. I miss you, but this was fun. I hope for you as well. And I hope you continue to check out everything that I am creating for you and that you guys are all creating. Check out each other's stuff. Stay in touch. I love you. And if you're having a tough time this week, take on your problems head on, because when you stick your head in the sand, you think you're falling. See, this is what happens when you guys aren't here. You think you're hiding from your problems, but the rest of the world just sees a big ass. Love ya.